Live, only on DAZN. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. One is defending a name, the other is building one. The ring doesn't care where you come from, only if you can survive in it. Saturday, June 28th, Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
It's horrible, you know. So now I'm back because I want to enjoy, you know.
Yeah. Eric, you want to go?
Can I do it in Spanish?
Yeah.
Julio, buenas tardes. Erico Montoya del Heraldo de México. Quisiera que me contaras para ti qué significa regresar casi después de un año y enfrentándote a alguien como Jake Paul, que ha causado un poco de ruido últimamente.
Pues es algo increíble para mí, una sensación increíble, lo que siento. Es como un sueño hecho realidad, de haber estado fuera del box unos años y pensar que se me acabó ya mi carrera, muchas cosas y echarle ganas y que todo se vuelva y estar aquí ya a 3 días del combate, algo que yo quise, que yo visualicé, que yo pues haz de cuenta que fue algo que yo lo planeé, pues y gracias a Dios se me cumple y pues voy a ganar. Eso es.
Habías comentado que la oportunidad de enfrentar a Jake Paul era muy importante para ti porque había personas, fanáticos de boxeo, que ya no se acordaban que tú fuiste campeón del mundo y que le vas a robar esa popularidad a Jake Paul.
En esas palabras sí no fue, pero sí, o sea, lo que yo te quiero decir es que pues el boxeador siempre quiere una pelea donde lo vea mucha gente, donde tenga mucha exposición, y entonces la pelea pues tiene mucha exposición. Yo sé que él no es un gran boxeador, pero sé que ganándole puedo meterme en la lista de pelear con los mejores, entonces ese es el plan.
Cuéntame acerca de la versión que vamos a ver arriba del ring de Julio Caesar Chavez.
Pues mira, es que ya está como muy trillado, te puede decir, esta va a ser la buena, pero pues ahí tú me viste entrenando y creo que a eso nos basamos todos, al desempeño que he tenido entrenando, y base a eso, pues eso indica que va a ser una de las mejores actuaciones que he tenido en mi carrera, porque jamás me he visto así en el gimnasio y yo he escuchado que como uno se ve en la práctica, se ve arriba del ring. Entonces me voy a ver muy bien porque he hecho todo bien. La verdad le digo Capetillo, tengo un poquito de dudas. Ya estoy viejo porque tengo 39. Y dice, no, estás joven todavía. O sea, es lo único que a veces duda, pues. Pero me siento muy bien, o sea, todo se ha podido hacer bien.
Julio, you came in here talking about how happy you are, and for you, does this fight could it be a healing for you for all of the other fights where maybe you felt like you came up a little bit short, whether it's Sergio Martinez or Canelo or Anderson Silva even if it's at this advanced age, can you still feel like, hey, this is the fighter, this is the champion that I can show that I really am?
So what do you mean that Jake?
Yeah, this fight on Saturday night, if you can win, does that wash away all of those other bad feelings that you may have had?
Yes, I think it's so important to win this fight, for this. Not only the Canelo's fight and this fight, because I recognize and I lost the fight, my weights and whatever happened, but like fights like Anderson Silva, out of shape, and a couple of others, yes, I wanna prove them I'm still a good fighter and my level is still the same, but the difference is I don't have good preparation for my fights before, because I'm in other things. So now I'm focused and I feel good. So I think that's the big change.
What's been the most important lesson or most memorable thing that your father has told you as you head into this fight?
Oh my God. Most important? Train hard. Discipline, running, sparring. Because I'm stopped to sparring a lot before these years. So my dad always say, hey, you need to spar more. Sparring is the best exercise for boxing because it's the same. So for that particular fight, normally in last fights I sparring like 80 rounds, 90. So for this I sparred like 300 rounds. So that's a bit different. So
I know this was a long time ago, but I wanted to ask you about it because I've always wondered about it. It seemed like there was so much going on with you before the Sergio Martinez fight. If you had it to do all over again, would you have walked away from that fight and said, I need a little break to like regather myself instead of just jumping in there like the young man you were at that time?
No, of course I want to change a lot of things. A lot of things before this fight because I'm distracting, use things, dumb sleep. So, and after the fight, I don't have good people around me to teach me how handle with my first loss. You know, for me, this particular thing, it's a breaking in my life. You know, like before and after. So yes, of course I have like that 2-3 years after that fight, and I never recover again. It's not like physical, and it's mentally and physical. So I never be back again 100%. So now I'm back. So I want to find out if I'm still here. You know, that I'm back. So.
Thank you so much.
Julio, just down here, you've spoken about how Jake's obviously the bigger man, so you feel like as the fight goes on, you might get to him late. Is that how you see the fight going? How would you see this fight going over to 10 rounds, or maybe even before?
You know, I don't know really what the prediction for the fight because it can go the distance, it can be like even fight, or I see I don't know him how to react with like a good attack, you know, put pressure on him for a couple minutes of rounds, you know, because I see him and travel but only like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, so I don't know, yes. I don't know, maybe decision.
We haven't seen Jake hit all that much in his fight, especially not by someone as experienced as yourself. Do you feel that as well, that Jake hasn't taken a shot from a fighter of your caliber yet in his career?
Yes, of course. Like a new fighter, still feeling that he need to leave like some memories in the ring. So feel pressure, feel more tired, feel that the other guy is better than you, but you have no desire to win. So that's things, you know, is very important in the fights. So
yeah, when Jake obviously started his boxing career, he had a lot to prove. A bit like when you started your career for different reasons because of your surname, him because he's a celebrity. Do you see a little bit of your younger self in Jake resonate at all with the fact that he's had to prove himself in the ring like you did when you were younger?
You know, it's street fighters are the same, a little bit, but I relate my history with his history because it's different today. Today it's like more money, more things in boxing. Before, when I'm a star because I love boxing, you know, and it's nothing about outside boxing, is because I like to fight, so that's the difference. I think he boxed because he liked it, but he looks something in boxing and other things, business and other things. So for me, be the son of the best Mexican fighter ever, so I only thinking that I wanna be a fighter because I like it and I wanna feel the same as my dad, so I don't think he's the same, but.
Obviously, you've been in some massive fights, world title fights, won world titles. Where does this event rank in terms of how big an event it is and the caliber of this showcase?
You know, I think it's one of the most popular, more mediáticos. Popular, see. In my career, I have some other fights, and I think bigger fights, maybe Canelo, maybe I don't know, maybe Martinez, couple. So it's one of the most biggest fights, yes, for sure.
Obviously, Jake was scheduled to fight Canelo, and then it fell through. How do you think that fight would have gone? Do you think he would have been in some big trouble?
No, I think Canelo is much better than him. You know, it's not the same level. So that's why I say that my career is different than his career, because I don't think he have a chance with Canelo.
The way that Jake talks about this fight, obviously he gives you the credit, but he does keep saying that this is the fight that will take him on that journey to becoming a world champion. Do you feel like he's almost treating you like a stepping stone, and how do you feel about that? The fact that he's almost dismissing it, saying that he's going to take care of you and then move on to what he wants, rather than necessarily giving you the credit that you deserve?
Oh, really? I don't pay attention to these situations because Jake is good in speak, so he can say whatever he wants. He say he want to fight Ocho, he want to be a world champion, he want to be the best in history of boxing. So I don't know if it's serious, these things, you know, because I don't want to say that I'm the best thing in boxing or something like that, because it's not true. So I don't focus on that. And for be a champion, you don't only need to defeat one good fighter. So you need to defeat a lot of fighters. So I want to take advantage of this opportunity. Yes.
Sorry if this question's already been asked, I'm a bit late coming in here. You obviously have had a phenomenal career, as people have touched on. Your family is a fighting family, you've got the legacy there. What was the kind of resounding feeling when you went and you spoke to your dad and spoke to your family about fighting someone like Jake Paul? Were they behind it originally, or did you kind of have to explain why this would be good for you? Because I know some people still view him as coming from the YouTube world. What was the initial thoughts when you went and spoke to your family, given the legacy?
You know, it's impossible to explain why exactly, but everybody want the best things for himself. So I want the best fights. Jake is popular, so Jake is trying to box. Jake, he beat Mike Tyson, so Jake wanna fight me, and it's no way to say nah, you know, because I have another fight with KSI, another YouTuber for UK, but I prefer fight Jake Paul because I think it's much popular and better boxer than KSI.
Thank you. Thank you, Julio. Thank you, everyone.